So we're in Fresno, California. We just finished installing a Moen Adler 82604. I think the other bathroom is 82603. I'm not sure. So shower trim only. Actually, tub and shower trim in here, the 82603. And then the shower in the other bathroom is the 82604. Anyway, so that's the trim. The house has been repiped. It's Zernpex or Viga. I'm not sure what the product is, but one problem that you do have is they ran a piece of Viga pipe from the valve down to the spout, and that doesn't allow full flow to the tub spout. So if you have any trouble in that area, there's nothing we can do. Whenever you do a remodel, you make sure that the right type of plumbing is installed correctly. You can use plastic tubing up to the shower head, that's fine, but not down to the tub spout. It's got to be rigid, either copper or iron pipe, whatever. So anyways, we've tested it out and it works correctly. This valve is plumbed behind tile, and the arm sticks out pretty good out because it's coming out of the tile. So the arm sticks out pretty far, which means when you shut the water off, it just drips from the shower head, kind of drips down, misses the whole valve, and just drips on the tub spout, which is fine. It'll drip and it'll dry off. We did go ahead, before we screwed on this tub spout, we siliconed the hole closed, which means the hole that comes through the tile where the pipe nipple stubs through, there's potential for water to get back through there. So silicone the whole thing in, screwed the tub spout on, so you shouldn't get any water through there. Additionally, we siliconed all around the top. You can see down to about 270 degrees, maybe further, rolled it around. Just in the event you get a lot of water on the wall, it's sealed silicone. Now it does have a plate of its own. It's got a foam gasket that sits behind there and seals the wall. Silicone is just an insurance policy. So silicone on this, and then up top, new shower head. Everything works great in here. We tested it out. Hot. It's on the hot side, cold on the cold side, so it's not flopped. Let this silicone dry as long as you can, please, today. It does divert water pretty well right out of the box, but let it dry, before you start showering in here. Unfortunately, both bathrooms have been worked on, so you're kind of shut down for the day. So if you could go at least till this evening without using these two, you should be okay. This is all plastic, so you can't over tighten these. The valve is not strapped in the wall. There's no way to get in there and put a block in because it is back to back with, it's the kitchen. So you can see the shower sits over there behind that wall, so there's no way to access it and get in there and put a block in. So it's free floating. It will move back and forth, so you don't really want to pull on that handle back and forth too much because the valve is not blocked correctly. It's tightened down, but the installation was not correct. There's mounting screws on every Moen PosiTemp rough-in valve, and that can be utilized. It's the same thing that came with the kit. The whole brass body. I don't see one in here. Maybe we'll get a picture of another one. But it's got mounting holes, and so it's mounted. So that's this bathroom, and we'll get the model number of the other one. This is the 82604 is actually in the other bathroom, and it is the 82603 that comes with the tub spout. So hall bath 82603, and then master bath 82604. This one we could get to the back side. This was flopping around. Give me a light, please. This was flopping around pretty good back in here. And additionally, you've got one more challenge in there that I'll show you in just a minute, but I did want to document this portion right here. So you can see it's been repiped. You got the shower, the middle one that's going up to the shower head, and then over on this side, that's the hot side. And then, of course, over here is the cold side. So we got a block back in there. This thing was swinging back and forth. You can see the huge cavity back in here. And this valve was just swinging back and forth, back and forth. We left the mud plate in place. That typically is in the black portion. Is installed when you're doing a tile in. And that's the template. So they tile around that. We leave it in place on fiberglass installations because it helps to keep the tub wall from flexing back and forth. So you can see we got a block behind here and notched out, to fit on the stud there. And then same thing over here. It's a little bit notched, kind of hard to see with the angle of the camera. And then a block back here. So it's all screwed in. This is nice and tight now. So solid. And then the mounting screws, they've got diagonal mounting screws. You've got screws here which mount the trim plate, but on the opposite side down here and up there, concealed behind this plate, is where it's mounted. So that's solid mounted in there. Unfortunately, what you've got up here, because you've got this protrusion of the tub, which, number one, it pops out here about an inch, and then over here about another inch, so it moves the whole assembly out. Unfortunately, the shower head is back in the wall up here. You can see how close it is to the wall right there. And so when you turn it off, the drip line for the shower head right here, let me get a picture of that. So right there, it pretty much drops right down here on this stop tube right there. And so what we've done here, again, silicone all the way around the top. And we did go ahead, and this has again, foam gasket sitting behind here. And then also foam gasket through the center of this stop tube. There's a foam gasket in there as well. But we did silicone that too, because water is dripping right here. And so you'll get water in the wall. I would recommend that when you have a weekend, when you're down, come in, go over to Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever, and get an 8-inch arm. Note that this is a 6-inch chrome shower arm that's installed. Shower arm meaning this portion right here. So it's 6-inch, and you can see about 4 inches is in the wall because they stubbed it in back so far. This normally should be sticking out, out here. But you can see this is so close that it just drips down in there. To avoid that, put a different arm in. It'll extend you out another couple inches, and so that when it drips down, it might hit the handle instead and just roll off. Anytime you've got any, we ran water and we got water on here. We didn't see any out the back side, but I'd leave this wall open and monitor it until you're ready for the repair. I don't know if I gave you the name of my sheetrock guy or whether you have one, but the pieces of sheetrock are sitting right here. And this I would monitor until you're real comfortable with the installation. I'll give you a holler when we're done, just to let you know we are done, and also to let you know what I've been talking about right now. But we can't stay and monitor, but we want to make sure that nothing begins to weep through there, because that shower arm's too short. And that was the kit that was provided, and that's what comes with its standard. So if you want something different, that's fine. Just grab it and install it. Pretty easy project. Anyways, so that's the installation for today. Outside of that, we are done.